What's up guys, happy Tuesday, welcome to the Fomo Factory. Not too long ago I made a video about Seedify and specifically about their native token S-Fund. That token I think is going to make me a lot of money. But Seedify has another token out there with a big utility and that token is called SNFTS. It's more low cap than the S-Fund token and in my opinion it has way better utilities than the S-Fund token as well. So today I want to dive deep into the SNFTS token, why it is definitely in my portfolio. So with that being said, welcome to the Fomo Factory, subscribe to the channel, smack that like button, smack something, I don't know. Let's take a look at the SNFTS token. The SNFTS token is now out for a couple of months and in the first place it was airdropped to the S-Fund holder. So if you were staking S-Fund, you would have get the SNFTS token. Now, the price, it is still 10x above its price where it got listed for, and it did a 50x in the bear market, which is incredible, of course. Now, the price, of course, initially came down because, you know, no funding at the first place. People got the token for free. Like I said, it did a 50x in the bear market, so of course it comes down a little bit. And we had some vestings as the airdrop, you know, the people that were getting the airdrop were getting these tokens monthly. And people were selling off these tokens, of course, right? So the price came down and it went all the way down from 2 cents, give or take, to 0.001. So it came down pretty hard. But what I really like is that also the SNFTS token came up pretty hard as well, right? It did from the bottom, if I'm not mistaken, well, a 4x, give or take, well, 3x, right? So the token is pretty strong. And why is that? Well, AI is strong, Metaverse is strong, gaming is strong, and the whole Seedify ecosystem is, of course, very strong. But what is the token exactly? And how can we benefit from it? Is it a good time to buy the token? What's my price prediction for this token? Let's talk about a lot of interesting stuff. So in the first place, SNFTS stands for Seedify NFT Space. If you want to know what that is, you first have to know what Seedify is. Seedify is the leading crypto gaming metaverse incubator launchpad. And if you have the S-Fund token and you stake it, you're liable to get a tier so you can participate in their upcoming gaming or metaverse launches. Now, Seedify is also expanding. So they made their SNFTS token because they also are working on an NFT marketplace. And they're an NFT launchpad and an NFT marketplace, by the way. But their NFT launchpad is going to release NFTs, so you can get these NFTs for mint price. Right, so let's say you've bought the Bored Ape Yacht Club for mint price for I don't know how much that was, but not a lot, and you sold it for 80 Ethereum, then you would have had big profits, of course, right? Plus you get the ape token as an airdrop as well. There will be a lot more NFTs with, you know, similar gains, in my opinion, in the future, because it's now more than just about a JPEG of a monkey or a rock or a whatever, right? You get NFTs with utilities, and that's what Seedify is focusing on, NFTs with utilities. So that's one that I think is super interesting to keep your eye on the NFT launchpad. Right. If you go to the section SNFTS, you'll see a little bit more information about what the utilities actually are. So if you hold the token, you get a 50% reduced fees in the Seedify NFT marketplace, purchase the best in-game and metaverse assets, stake and farm for passive income. So you can also stake the token. They're now working on rebranding the website. The staking pools for the SNFTS token are temporarily closed. They will get back up. The APY will be a lot lower, which is a good thing because you do not want the token to be so inflationary, of course, right? And if you look at what they are building, I can give you a little sneak peek on how they are making it look at the moment, because they're rebranding the website, and in my opinion this is looking a lot better. I've showed you this in the Seedify video as well. This is how it's going to look like. It's going to look a lot more, you know, interactive, way more dynamic. It's just way better how it's going to look like. So these pools will open again, and it's going to happen somewhere this week, probably early this week, but I don't mind them taking their time to do it good. And it takes a little more time than to just do it fast, right? and increased RNG rate for NFT airdrops as well. So as they say, we are all about NFTs with utilities. At Seedify NFT Space, we focus on NFTs with in-game utilities, metaverse lands, and assets in other utility-based collectibles. So it's very interesting that you can get a lot of, like I said, NFTs now get these utilities, right? You get weapons, lands, wearables, personalized assets like cars, for example, as well. So there is so much to find about this project if you go to seedify.fund and just click SNFTS right here. And now a little bit about the tokenomics. They're working on Seed World, their own metaverse. From what I heard from the owner of Seedify, the CEO of Seedify, jumped into the Telegram group and he said, like, okay, we try to release Seed World in around March, right? Which probably will happen in June, because that's something that you need a lot of time for, of course. But I don't mind that. I don't mind that. So the Seed World has a lot of utility. So we're going to talk about that because that's very interesting. But quickly about the SNFTS token, because a lot of people see this and they might get scared of, like 5 times token vesting to go. Is it good to invest in it? Okay, let me show you something. So let me duplicate this right here and let me go to the S-Fund token, because that's pretty interesting as well. So if you look at SNFTS, you think like, okay, there's a 5 times token investing to go. Should we wait for this to play out a little more? If you want to wait on that, you're going to wait 10 years, bro. Because if you look at their tokenomics right here, this is how it's looking like. So the total supply is 20 billion, right? But if you look, 7.5% will be unlocked in 120 months. Another 15%, 120 months. Another 20% in 120 months. So that's already a big 40%, 42.5% will get vested in 10 years. All right. Then a lot as well, which is right here, the staking and the farming, which is 40% in total, will last for 4 years, right? And that's going to you, so that's fine. So if you hold the token, please stake it. Otherwise, you just give your money to other people, basically, right? So, but a lot of tokens will hit the market in 2 bull runs from now. Right? So that's something you always want to check out when you look at something like this, right? Because this you will never see 20 billion in total circulating supply as well. Why? There is so much burning going on with this token. They regularly do these kind of tweets. So they just made an article, and we're going to look at that article, but they do this a lot as well. This is a burning post. Each retweet plus a comment will burn 1,000 SNFTS tokens, and they do that quite a lot. So they're burning millions of tokens every week, basically. But also, if you look at Seed World, that's the metaverse, right? And we're going to compare it to another metaverse to make a little price prediction right here. I know it's a complete different project, but you have to compare it with something to get something, right? So let's take a look at that. But you need mounts, for example. Mounts are vehicles right there. That's an NFT. You get that very soon, and I will make a video about that. They are going to sell these mounts. So we can finally buy these mounts, and you have to buy these mounts with your SNFTS token. Now, all the SNFTS tokens that they raise by selling the mounts are going to get burned. And they expect a lot, really a lot, a big part of the current supply already. So that's very interesting. You can stake your mounts as well. I will leave this article and all the links for the people that are really interested in the Seedify ecosystem. I will leave it in the description of the video so you can read it for yourself. Otherwise, I'm just spending an hour right here reading all these articles by Seedify. They have so much information, but it's very interesting on how you burn your mount, how you stake your mounts. They have quests as well, right? So you can do a lot to earn a lot more money within the Seedify ecosystem. I think this is really interesting to read. This is check it out, definitely. But, you know, before diving too deeply in it, you might also want to know, okay, but what potential does the price may have for now? Well, Seed World, their own metaverse, an NFT marketplace, reduced fees on buying NFTs, an NFT launchpad. They have so much utilities going on for SNFTS. It's incredible. So if we compare it to S-Fund, which has less utilities, we can maybe get something out of it, right? Because the S-Fund token is just basically, the utility of the S-Fund token is to participate in new crypto projects that launch, right? So their launchpad. But that's one utility, and that's basically all there is. Yeah, you can stake. I don't see staking as a utility, basically. So that's all there is. So I think SNFTS could at least do what S-Fund did, right? So let's take a look what S-Fund did. And you have to keep consideration. I'm going to compare it right now to S-Fund in the last bull run, right? But in my opinion, the crypto, gaming, AI, Metaverse, NFT section will be way bigger in the next crypto bull run, right? And why do I say AI? Well, artificial intelligence and gaming go hand in hand pretty well, right? And plus Seedify is going to release AI projects as well. And maybe on their NFT launchpad, you will get NFTs that has something to do with AI. Probably, I don't know, but probably there is. So if we take a look what S-Fund managed to do in the last bull run, went kind of crazy. It went to $18. Says a little bit less right here. What was $18? But that's not what we have to take a look at, because more tokens are coming in circulation because of the staking. So we have to take a look at the market cap. So if we take a look at what the market cap of Seedify did, it went to $350 million to round it up, right? $350 million. Well, it's now sitting at 50. So 7x, and Seedify is back at its all-time high. When it comes to S-Fund, I think $20, $1 billion market cap is definitely doable in the next bull run. So if you want to get a clean and a pretty safe 20x on a nice, good crypto project, S-Fund is definitely a good choice in my opinion. No financial advice right here, don't sue me. But if Seedify manages to get a $350 million market cap, SNFTS currently has, let's round it up, $20 million market cap. And the fully diluted, like I said, it will never get there. It will never get there, right? By the time that the circulating supply is the same as the total supply, like I said, there's burning, so that will never happen. But by the time it's close, it's in about 10 years, 2 bull runs from now, the fully diluted has maybe 2 zeros behind it. I don't know. So $20 million, right? So if we have 350 on Seedify and 20 on SNFTS, a 17x from here will put it at the top at where Seedify was. So I think that's at least doable, right? A 17x on SNFTS. But in my opinion, also SNFTS could, and that's a big could, we don't know, but it could also reach that around $1 billion market cap. Why do I say that? Well, if we look at another big Metaverse project, the biggest, right, which is Sandbox. What did Sandbox do? Well, if we look at what Sandbox did in the last bull run, also came from 30 million, give or take, right? Same as where SNFTS is sitting right now. But it blew up completely to a $7 billion market cap. 7 billion, right? So, I don't know. But, and I'm not saying this will go to a $7 billion market cap. On the other hand, it is not impossible. Like Doge did it, so why can't it, right? So 7 billion, that's quite far from now, right? That's quite far from now. If it gets to 100 million, let me do some math right here. So, all right, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, divided by 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would give it a 388x. So let's say 400x. Is it likely? No. Is it impossible? No. So let's just let's whatever, right? So if you pull off a 400x on this, that's insane, right? So if you take this number and you divide it by 0.4 0.0045, we'll get to $1.75, right? Now, I will be surprised if we ever see $1 on this project. On the other hand, I won't be. Because crypto does what nobody thinks is possible. And this project is absolutely a truly hidden gem, in my opinion. And with an $18 million market cap, I feel like, yes, this could definitely be at least our 100x project, right? At least. So if you're looking for a clean 100x, which is like, usually if you look for a 100x project, you're going to look at these low cap new projects with only promises or meme coins or like these very high risk, high reward projects, right? On a scale from 1 to 10 when it comes to risk with the Seedify ecosystem, I give it a 1. To be completely honest, well, a 2, because there's always risk to everything, but like the lowest it can get for me, right? But when you look at the returns, I feel like this project is building so hard. They already proven that S-Fund can do it. The community is diehard. S-Fund released projects that did a 600-700x, right? I wonder what's in store for SNFTS. It's like riding the wave all over again, but then we have a better chance, in my opinion. So, yeah, when it comes to this little thing right here, let me put the price chart right. I think it's definitely doable. Now let's take a real good look at the price chart right now, because you might also feel like after watching this video, if you are already bullish on the Seedify ecosystem, you might feel like, oh fuck, I want to get this. Be a little careful with that, of course. I'm not telling you to buy it right now. That would be a little dangerous, of course, because I don't know what the price is going to do short, medium term, of course, right? That's what we all don't know. However, let me get it. Yeah. However, on the longer term, I have high conviction in it, but it doesn't mean you have to ape into something like this. The chance that it will do this, and that's what most people are kind of afraid of always, that it does this, is likely 0, right? That's not what happens in crypto usually, right? So you don't have to be afraid of missing out on this, right? So what I think is likely for this project, but it also depends on the crypto market in general, of course, right, is to retrace back to at least around, well, 0.003.5. If the crypto market really takes a hit in general, then I think that this area, and this area is between 3.5 and 2.5, I think that's a great buy. It was sitting at 0.0012 or 1.5, like 1.5. I don't think it will get there, to be honest. Again, I think we have missed the bottom. But it doesn't mean that you won't have a perfect buying opportunity from the area where we are around right now. So keep your eyes on it. If you want to get it, slowly dollar cost. Don't rush into anything. Do your research to this project. Look what it is, because I love this project. And if the price comes down like this here, I'm not freaking out. Why I'm not freaking out? Because I know about the project. I know about their plans. I know about their history. I know about their vision, about the ecosystem, right? So if the price goes down, I'm not worried like, shit, it never comes back, because I know, I think that it will come back, right? Because the project is too good, right? But if you do not know enough about the project, then you might gonna freak out and play with your emotions and make stupid decisions and everything. And then you're being a thief of your own wallet, of course, right? So, you know, be a little patient. Also, it looks like a lot of charts at the moment, so a little in general, but this thing just pumped like 400%, give or take, right? It's still up, I think, like 300% from where we came from. Yeah, so, and you might want to wonder and ask yourself, like, am I going to buy something that just pumped 300%? In a bull market, it's a different story, right? Because in a bull market, if you look, for example, at, at Sandbox, yeah, then you can buy something after a 300% pump. Because then after a 300% pump, usually comes another 300% pump, right? We had this pump, and you really here be like, am I going to buy it? It went from 70 cents to $2. But then it went all the way up even further to $8. So then you still could have got a 4x out of it, right? But it's now a bear market. It's a relief rally. The market is definitely showing strength, but it's not a bull market, right? It's not that after a 300% pump, another 300% pump comes, and another one, and another one. Wait for it to cool off a little bit. That goes for everything. And yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you are missing out, but I don't think so, right? And you want to get the most off of it, right? Because if you really like this project, and it goes also for every project, if you really like something, it doesn't mean that you have to buy it right away, right? It's the other way around. If you really like it, you want to get as much tokens as you can, right? So if you want to do that, you want to wait for the best buying opportunity. Because if you buy it right here, you can get 1.5 twice as much tokens than if you buy it right here. If you really love the project, you want that. So SNFTS, I love it. There is kind of a lot to show you right here. Well, they have their NFT launchpad. So the Seedify avatar said the harvest is what it says right now. Don't pay too much attention to what you see right now. They're gonna update the website. Like I said, they scheduled it for this week. So once the new website is live, I mean, look at how the website is looking right now, and look at how the website is looking by the time it updated. It's definitely a big difference. Then check out what you can find right there, because then it also has the accurate information. I think this is a true gem in the making. Will it do a 20x? I would be really surprised if it doesn't. Will it do a 50x? It's definitely possible. Will it do 100x or more? It's hard, but not impossible. So that's kind of my take on it, but it's a longer term play, right? This is all like 2025 shit and beyond. So don't, be sad if it doesn't happen tomorrow. Well, that's kind of all I wanted to touch on today. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, like the content, smack the like button, smack the subscribe button. We have a Telegram group, by the way. Go, be in the Telegram group, chat with each other. Very nice place right there. And have a lovely day, guys.